Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
we're back. Episode 5 of Let's Talk Hockey. What are we calling this?
I don't know. Merry Christmas. Did you get a Christmas present this weekend?
Yes, I did.
I
got a healthy 6 points.
Well, I see a few teams got a healthy 6 points, and we have a new first place team in the Continental. Woo! Frankie Schumacher, you did it. You did it. You did it.
Tucker, you did it. Congratulations.
Nobody knows the Monroe Moccasins are the new first place team in the Continental Division. Woo! Anyways, I'm happy.
I'm happy too.
I'm happy.
It's going to be one of them matches back and forth. I mean,
you know what? And that's on my topic today. Mocs in first place.
I don't. And the thing of it is, like, I watched them. I mean, I started watching them when our game got over with, like middle of second period. You know what? They kind of the Moccasins remind me of us.
You
A
know,
little.
We'll touch that subject because there's a lot of teams that kind of went like this weekend. It went up and some went down.
Oh, yeah.
And like Blue Ridge, they took fourth place this weekend.
Yep.
So, I mean,
there's a lot of noise. I'm going to pull up the current standings while you proceed.
They Blue Ridge did something which I kind of figured they were going to do, and that was split. I did talk to Seth Bacon.
You did.
And his knee he's going to be ready to go. So, Blake Anderson, you hit your old roommate from Monroe with a puck. Took him out for a little bit. But, yeah, he said he's doing pretty good. So,
that's good to hear.
That'll be good.
So, the Continental, I'm going to round off the top 4 teams. Got the Moccasins, you got the Lobsters, you got the Dragons, and you got the Thunderbirds.
And how many points are between the Moccasins and the Lobsters after this week's sweep over Topeka for the Mocs? 2?
Yep. Well, 4th and 5th, 27 points apiece.
So that's a tie.
Yep. The Zydeco's in 6th place. I give them that.
I give them that too. But we got people blowing up the phone. But keep going.
I give them that. They're making some headway. They're undigging themselves from their grave. The Breakers are still in last place. Now we get to our division, the Empire. You know the Black Bears are going to be the Goliath and conquer everyone. They got 67 points. Port Huron has 45.
Is that including the win of today?
Yep, that's including the win today. Topeka has 35, so there's 10 points that separates us. We don't.
So that's comfortable for Port Huron because now you can just kind of set back. You can't let off the gas.
We don't see Topeka until February.
Yeah, but that don't matter. I mean, Topeka can come out and win and keep climbing. But as for us seeing them, yeah.
Then Blue Ridge is in 4th place. Now, Blue Ridge is in 4th place, but 4th, 5th, and 6th is only separated by 3 points.
Right.
Watertown has 27. Danbury has 29, and Blue Ridge has 30. So next weekend, that 4 through 6 place teams, there's going to be some movement.
Yeah, there will be. But like I said, some of these teams that are rolling right now, okay, like Monroe and Athens, Monroe's really got to beat the gas pedal up to keep going, because Athens could just put a freight train in front of them, and well, here we are back at first again.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. I personally want to see for the Cup. I want to see, and I think Andy Klein, I wish he was on right now, but he'll be on in a little bit, maybe in another episode later. Monroe and Port Huron for the Cup. That's the physical battle, because now you have, well, let's face it, Port Huron's not going to climb out of second to hit first. I mean, unless something dramatic happens to the Black Bears.
Yeah.
And I don't see that. But that's comfortable for them, right? That's comfortable for them, because that gives them home ice advantage as the second place team. So first and second, I believe, get home ice advantage, and the two lower seeds have to travel. So that means I think Port Huron would be on the road first, and then they come back home for 2.
That's a 5-game series, right, for the Cup?
That's 3. Well, for the Cup, it's a 5-game series, yes. But the first rounds are only 3, best of 3. But now you got the lengthy travel for both teams.
Oh, yeah.
Monroe, Port Huron for the Cup. Okay. How many hours you got in between that? Because you play at one arena, then you got to jump on the bus. Okay, now we got to head somewhere else. Are we heading north or are we heading south?
Yeah.
So that's where you find your feet. That's where you find
the grit
for both teams. And that's where you find your strength and conditioning, is those long bus rides, not these short bus rides or, what is it? 6 hours to Indiana through with Port Huron. So what? You get on the bus, you spend 5-6 hours on the bus, and now you're off. You don't even have to take a nap.
Yeah.
You can leave the day of the game if you want. Leave early in the morning, get there, play the game, head right back home.
Yeah.
And they got that this Wednesday, New Year's Eve special. Port Huron, Indiana. So Port Huron has really shown after this weekend. You travel to Danbury, you get a snow day. Okay, you're not planning on playing on Sunday. You're planning on being in your recliner, playing video games, playing on your phone, watching movies, relaxing. And now you're on a bus heading back to Port Huron because you had a snow day on Friday. So that kind of showed me Port Huron, their strength and conditioning through Chris Paulin is up there. I think, did you watch the Behind the Eyes?
Oh, yeah.
So what Chris Paulin did to the guys over the summer, it looked warm. It looked warm.
It's probably one of them 90-degree day with 100% humidity type days.
But you know what? That shows you and your team, if you stand together and work together, what you can go through. And right now, there's a lot of teams out there that have it this year. And I hate to say it, but it's not the top teams. It's not the Black Bears. It's not Athens. It's not, again, we said it, Twin City Thunderbirds used to be the top team in the divisions.
Yeah.
So look out for the little dogs, because the little dogs are biting this year. So that went way off topic for the Mocs. We kind of jumped right into Port Huron, but that just shows that, the Moccasins from last year to this year, they made some movements. They brought in some grit, a lot of grit. They got rid of some grit. I mean, or the grit left and they replaced the grit with more grit, and they're a scary team.
They are very scary.
They're a scary team. I'm glad we don't face them.
I'd be kind of interesting if they just had one game, 2 games on the schedule, just to see where they sit.
You want that to happen, Port Huron's got to push for the cup.
Yep.
Because we know we're going to see Monroe in there all the way to the end. All the way to the end this year. I think it's going to take 3 games against Athens. But Monroe's going to end up sweeping Athens. Or, well, they might lose 1. And then they come back and win the 2. And then they're going to wait and sit there. Okay, do we play Port Huron or do we play the Black Bears for the cup?
Yeah.
I think the stage is set already. People just don't see it yet. But the stage is set for what teams are going to be there.
Yeah. Man, I mean, I give credit where credit's due. The Black Bears, they're an amazing team.
But they are.
I don't think, I mean, as a fan, I know that they won 2 cups. I get it. Cool, awesome. But do you have the conditioning? Do you have the mentality to skate in Port Huron and getting belittled and cursed at and said nice things by a 5-year-old to you?
So this is how you beat the Black Bears. And I studied because Friday night, Port Huron didn't have a game. So what are you going to do? Well, you watch the Moccasins. Everybody says, oh, we're going to bed. The wife had to work the next day. I sit there and watch the Black Bears. To beat the Black Bears, it takes one thing. Don't stoop to their own level because they will feed into your head so bad. Once they get in your head, they have you. Just like we've seen it Port Huron and the Black Bears last year in the playoffs. Okay, granted, Black Bears didn't have a lot of starters that night, okay? But we can't say that that's why Port Huron won. Port Huron just skated with them. Herb Brooks said it best, when they were playing Russia. Tonight we skate with them.
Yeah.
We may play them 10 times. They may win 9.
But that one game.
It's that one game. And that's where every team that wants to face and belittle the top teams. And Black Bears won 2 cups. Great. Never happened in FPHL history. Give you guys credit.
Yep.
Right? But now you have other teams in there. You have Athens. You have Port Huron. You have Monroe. Then you have the Black Bears. There's 4 teams that are grinding for this cup.
Oh, yeah.
And I think whatever team wants it more at the end is going to take it, obviously. I mean, that's just the way it goes. But it all starts with defense. You got to watch every team's defense this year. Monroe, they traded Kuhn for another goalie. This goalie's been phenomenal for Monroe. They switched up their defense a little bit here and there. They put bigger grit on the defense, which I think in hockey, when I played, that's where your grit is in defense.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey style play's been totally different. But 2016, Port Huron won the cup. You look at the size and the speed that they had. Port Huron has that this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're winning. They're winning good games, but they're all like they had. Let's start from the beginning of the season. Mind you, we were still talking about the Black Bears. So the beginning of the season, they won against the Wolves 7-3. That's 4 goals. They won against the Wolves by 1 goal. They won against us by 2 goals. But the Lobsters beat them by 2 goals, and they turned around and beat them 7-1. I mean, they're not really like the only big blowout. A couple big blowouts is when we played them, lost 9-1, 8-3, and 11-3. So I mean, they are beating teams, but they're only beating them 3 to 6 goals.
So here's another thing, and everybody knows that watches this league, and even if you don't know, you're going to know now. You study the Black Bears, whether you play for a team or not, or you're just a fan that wants to root on your team and go, okay, I wish I could take notes and give this to my coach or general manager or whatever, say, this is what I see on the Black Bears. The way the Black Bears win is their power play.
Yeah.
Their power play is so phenomenal. And there's other teams out there that are scoring on the power play. I mean, look at Port Huron, their last home game. They went 4 for 6 or whatever on the power play. That's the most Port Hurons ever scored in one game on the power play. Well, that I know of. I haven't really dug back into the
archive.
stuff. Yeah. But when you start scoring on the power play and you got confidence and you get guys that can score on the power play. Now you have a secret weapon that a lot of teams struggle to build, and that's a power play line. A power play line that can go out there, okay, we're going to score. We're going to score. And that's how Black Bears win. That's how Black Bears play Black Bear hockey. That's their grit. That's their strength, no matter what. Their power play. And that's where I go back to them, get it in your head. Once they get in your head, they're happy. They're happy.
And I got looking through the Black Bears schedule while you're talking. They play Twin City Thunderbirds 4 times.
Yep.
Then they play PD twice.
How many times they play the Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they only have a couple more slates against Port Huron.
Yeah.
In Port Huron.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, where's your toughest battle at?
Yeah.
Going into the new year, okay? We're done with 2025. We're halfway through the season. Where is the toughest battle for the Black Bears? Hello, FBHL. You set their schedule up. What were you thinking?
Yeah. You basically...
I have not seen the Black Bears shoot across the state to go to Topeka to play.
Yeah.
Why?
I think the furthest game I don't know, did the Lobsters? When they played the Lobsters, did the Lobsters go there or did they go to the Lobsters?
And that wasn't even a division round matchup.
No.
So, where do you see the toughness the rest of their season?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying none of these teams aren't going to put up a fight, because they do.
Oh, yeah.
But look at Danbury. Will Wiggleman said it today. The toughest teams that the Danbury hat tricks can't get around right now are the Black Bears and Port Huron.
Mm-hmm.
The two toughest teams in the Empire Division right now is the Black Bears and Port Huron.
Yeah.
Last year, I wouldn't be saying this. I would have been saying the Carolina Thunderbirds and Danbury and the Black Bears were the 3 toughest teams in the division.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was watching the Moccasins last night when our game got over with. And I don't know who the commentator was. I don't know if it was for the Scarecrows or for the Moccasins. But he said something to me. I can't quote it.
He said to you? He said
no,
to you?
I was watching him live. But I felt kind of disheartening because he's like, I think the Moccasins' only tough challenge is Topeka. I don't know if Topeka played any other tough opponents besides the Moccasins.
What? And again, he's got a point there because Topeka hasn't played the Black Bears.
Topeka played Port Huron. He didn't give credit to Port Huron.
Give credit where credit's due. Yes, Port Huron swept them.
Yeah.
But they
I
also
wish you timestamped that, but I was so belligerent.
Timestamp it. Yep, timestamp it. We'll go back on this years down the road. But Port Huron also got swept. Well, they didn't even get swept. They got beat because they were down. They were sick. Everybody's getting sick with whatever's going around.
Yeah.
But I think, and I agree, Port Huron and Topeka is an even match game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Port Huron and Topeka will be the ones that battle it out for second place. And don't forget, Topeka's got 5 more games than Port Huron does.
Mm-hmm.
So, when push comes to shove, does Port Huron drop to third if Topeka can pull it out at the end of the season? Or does Topeka need the points now? And now they're digging for the points to get them. Because now you're 10 points behind Port Huron. I don't know who Topeka has next. Port Huron's got Indiana. And that's not a toss in the trash can game anymore.
Indiana's scary. They're scary. I don't really want to say scary.
They're intimidating.
They're intimidating. They're annoying. I think annoying is a good word for it. Yeah. Scarecrows. Who do you play after? Okay, let's get into the new year. Zydeco, the Breakers, Zydeco. Moccasins back in January 23rd.
So they don't even see Port Huron
until February. Bobcats, Breakers, Port Huron.
When's that?
February 19th, 20th, and the 21st.
And that's on the road. They're Topeka's at home.
We're in Kansas.
Yeah.
And then March they come to Port Huron.
And don't count how many times, ladies and gentlemen, Port Huron plays Indiana, because that was just, I hate to see when Minnesota comes and the Rockers come back next year. How many times are you going to see Indiana, Minnesota, and the Rockers and Port Huron play each other?
Yeah.
I mean, I love going to games, don't get me wrong, but when I see the same team 25 times, come on, guys.
Yeah, you got 56 games. Okay, you got to play every team how many times?
I mean, does that eliminate the Black Bears from playing Port Huron quite a few times? Probably.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great. I could go all season without seeing that.
I'd rather watch 25 games with the same team over and over again than watch one game with the Black Bears.
Yep. So, on to our next topic here. The ECHL.
Don't get me wrong. We are not knocking the Black Bears.
No. I don't knock any team. I don't knock any team. Okay, maybe 2 years ago, you guys would catch me down in, Section 24 or Section 9, knocking a few teams around. But
we're not knocking any team.
We're not knocking any team on this podcast.
We are giving credit where credit is due. We are, I don't know, calling everyone out and saying, hey, this team did good. You guys get what I'm getting at.
We are just calling it on how we want to see it or how it should look.
Yeah.
So the ECHL strike. Now we had a bunch of ECHL players come back to the Fed. Okay, we seen it over the weekend, and that was supposed to up ramp a lot of teams. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Carolina got two back. The Black Bears. So now you're looking at the ECHL finally gave in. They crumbled. They said, we'll give the players what they want. all teams are to report today or tomorrow back to their normal schedules to start playing games again. So, with that being said, now the Black Bears, I think, had a couple ECHL players come back. Guess what? They're gone. Boom, boom, gone. Twin City Thunderbirds had 2 players come back. If it plays out right, boom, boom, they're gone. ECHL players that all went left for that little strike are now returning. What does that do to the teams now? Well, for the Black Bears, it really don't do much.
Yeah.
But Will Wiggleman said, before that, I don't even know if the deal's finalized. I'm just going by what the internet says. We all can't trust the internet half the time. But you can trust us.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends on who's on here that day.
Yeah.
But now, a few Fed guys might go to the ECHL or to the SP. The SP might get called up for the ECHL for some games or whatever. Now, the only way I see the Black Bears breaking down is if these guys get called to the ECHL, which I think they will, because some players are not going to be happy with the agreement that they get. Nobody's ever happy. It's like giving a kid a birthday present and going, "Hey, look what I got you." Well, I didn't want that. I wanted this. Okay, well, guess what? Now we're just going to go down here and call this guy and this guy up. So we'll see where that takes. That was a short-lived topic.
Yeah.
And
they voted on it, but doesn't the players have to vote too?
I don't know.
So this could drag out for another week because I'm not a union rep or a union manager, but I'm pretty sure your players have to vote on new contract.
Well, yeah. I think you got to sign a contract to have a contract, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. But right now, they effective immediately. All players were supposed to return to their teams. So we'll see how that goes through the week.
Yeah.
And luckily for us, it's a long week for me.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we went through game recaps a little bit, right? We could touch base. I'm sure Andy's going to want to jump on here because he's got notes too for game recaps. I want to touch base on the shots on goal for Port Huron in Saturday's game.
That's true. How many shots did they have?
I didn't write it down.
40s.
It was like 42.
You don't know?
It was like 42. So I want to look back at Port Huron shots on goals the last 2 home games before they went to Danbury. Okay. Now, I believe Friday nights at home was a little low, but Saturday night's game was almost 50 shots on goal to Blue Ridge's 19?
Yeah, 20 maybe.
Port Huron, I don't know how they're putting things together in the locker room, but Port Huron is really, they're shooting the puck.
Attack.
And last night's game, we seen Luke James with a goal, which we don't even know if he scored it, but they're crashing the net now. And I'm sorry if you're a hockey player, everybody knows crash the net, right? Today's game, they had what was it, 40-something shots on goal again?
I think you said 42.
That was anyways.
I
Their
don't know.
shots on goal. Their shots on goal last night were high. Okay. But the big thing is Chris Paulin has always said Port Huron is gritty. Alex Johnson has always said Port Huron is the bully of the FPHL. They are the bullies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we see it. We see it, Johnny. We see it. They stayed out of the box both games this weekend.
I think they had 4
4 minutes altogether? 6 minutes?
8?
Going into the third period, Danbury had 12.
Yeah. I think we had 8.
So what's going on here, guys? Where's Port Huron supposed to be the bullies and the grit? And I look back and I go, wait a minute, they haven't gone to the box all night. Now I might have jinxed it because they did go to the box after that. But
they're not going to the box for stupid things.
look at the way you win games when, and it doesn't matter. I'm not saying this to Port Huron specifically, but when a team stays out of the box, you win games.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Paulin said it before, and Johnny's even said it and personally face-to-face said it. We shoot ourselves in the foot by going to the box.
Stupid penalties.
Yep. So, kudos to them. Kudos to them because they're still playing gritty. They're still playing physical. They're still playing Prowler hockey. Yes, they are still Alex Johnson. Yes, you guys are still the bullies of the FPHL. But you are bullying teams.
They've never been bullied like this before.
And they're getting mad because they're not getting in your heads.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the roster. What we talked about before we went live. And we'll touch base to that pretty soon here. But, so, does Port Huron take that mentality, go against the Black Bears, and go, you know what? We can still bully you. But you're not going to send us to the box.
Yeah, this is a different animal because what they're doing is they're attacking the net. And where did you go? Oh, there you are.
Something fell on the floor.
They're not. I mean, what was I saying? They're attacking the net and they're crashing the net and everything. You're down the season, down the road. You're going to play teams that played you already, and the script has been flipped. Now they're going to crash into you. Now they're attacking the net.
I have a video on Messenger, and the Black Bears were calling out the Prowlers, saying if they want to take stupid stick infractions, we're going to laugh at them the whole time. Well, everybody knows the Port Huron Prowlers are gritty. They're gritty. They're an intense team. They're a physical team, and they like to crash you into the boards. They like to get underneath your skin. And we seen it last year against the Black Bears. Port Huron really got underneath their skin, including McMorton Faithful, fan-wise. But you could still do that without taking penalties.
Yeah.
And I think when you have your coach and your assistant general manager and your general manager and your head coach, and they're all in one. Anyways, when this team is different. This team is different because they see it, they hear it, and they go, "Oh, okay, we need to stop doing this." We're not just going back out there and just causing the chaos again, because that's not how you win games. So a good job for Chris and Matt and Alex. They've taken the grit to a new level. They're sticking to the grit. They're sticking to being the bullies, but they've done it in a fashion statement where they can get underneath your skin and go like this as you're getting drugged to the penalty box. So I like that style. I like Port Huron's style, and they've really put me on the couch and go, what's going on this weekend, guys? What's going on?
Yeah.
So hopefully, they get a little break, they get the rest on the bus, and they go to Indiana, and they just keep playing the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You can't change nothing. And that goes to the roster and stuff like we talked about earlier that we'll talk about later. Next thing, 27 saves. Bailey Huber starts for Port Huron on Sunday with 27 saves with the win. Allows 1 goal. Very impressive. Very impressive. The kid impressed me. He, we talked about it in our group chat. Let's see which way this is going to lean. he pulled out the victory. He won that game.
Oh yeah.
He won that game. Now, I don't know. I still don't know because Port Huron's got that third goaltender that we haven't seen yet.
I really want to see him. I want to see Jameson. I got the taste of Reed Cooper and Bailey. I want to see what Jameson brings to the table.
I think if Huber can just sharpen some skills up and let Cooper take him underneath his wing and do this, sharpen some things up, he'd be a mini Cooper. No, not the car either. But he's the kid. He in my eyes, he was number one star. In my eyes, he should have been Gunther Graphics Player of the Game. And of course, nobody gets to choose that. But when you have a goaltender that's been kind of on the bench for a while, he's been on the bench. He's dressed a lot of games, but he's been on the bench. He's got a couple games underneath his belt. Excuse me. He's got a couple losses. He's got a win or so here and there or whatever. But when Will Wiggleman said, well, we got Bailey Huber in between the pipes tonight, I'm like,
yeah, I was like,
where is this going to go?
Yeah.
The kid stuck it out. So, Bailey, you see this? Proud of you. Proud of you. You really stuck it out for the team. But that also goes into that defense that Port Huron has.
That defense ruthless.
Austin Fairley, you're going to shoot me for this one. You're going to shoot me with your stick. You're going to hit me across the head with your stick. You're going to punch me with your glove, whatever. Austin Fairley stays on the defense.
I didn't say it, folks. I did not say it. He did.
That defense has been a new breed in the league, having Austin back. And I think, and if nobody knows the bio on Austin Fairley started as a defenseman as a kid. And, some kids like to score goals. But Austin, he's a great forward. Don't get me wrong. He's a good shootout player. So, Austin, you need to be a forward defenseman. And I think that's what's listed anyway. So you don't have to be that because you already are. But Austin has really sharpened the defense up.
Yeah. Now does that apply because Austin's a forward? He knows what the other team's going to do, so he can say, "Hey, let's just to sit back and watch what goes on," or how you think that's working?
I mean, he is the captain of the Port Huron Prowlers, so I mean, his view, and is going to be a lot higher. He's not just watching whatever position he's playing; he's watching his whole team. Yeah, and as a good captain, and what he has done this year, he has really pushed the guys to another level with the coaching staff. I mean, I haven't seen a practice yet, but I don't think anybody's got to go to practice to see that Austin and Jamie Bussell, even guys without the letters that are leaders on that team, Lucas Lockney, they're pushing these younger kids to have what it takes to be a Prowler. Mm-hmm. And people go, "Oh, well, it's just Port Huron, they only know one style of hockey." This year they don't.
Yeah.
This year they have brought Matt went out on a limb with the Tucker trade, and I like seeing it. And you quit that yawning. It's not even 9:00 yet.
Close enough.
Till at 5. No. Anyways, Matt went out on a limb with that Tucker trade. And I sat back and I'm like, what's this going to do? Well, you look at the Monroe line, and I call them the Monroe guys because they all played together in Monroe, right?
Mm-hmm.
They it's great having, like when Matt brought the try line in, or Chris Paulin did. When you have players come to a team that have played with each other on a team before, they connect right away. Now you're bringing in your style, your way of hockey, Matt Graham's way of hockey. Monroe, we get the 3 from Monroe. Now they're bringing their way of hockey. The Trine line came in last year. They brought their way of hockey. Now everybody builds off of that and connects. And we've been seeing it the past, 4 games?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we shall see exactly what they do, but that Vinny DeCumbus line needs to stay.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Graham, Chris Paulin, do not change that line. I don't care what it takes. $100 bill, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not paying you $100. But that line has to stay because, in Richard's words, that's the Mighty Mouse line. That's the it's a fast-paced line. I mean, if you're not on point, you're not going to connect with these guys.
Yeah, you're Speedy Gonzalez, because if you think about, okay, you got 3 dudes. You know they're quick off the gate. Okay,
Yep.
One guy's gonna go this way, the other guy's gonna go that way. What do you do? Who do you watch? You can't keep up with that for 60 minutes. You're gonna get exhausted.
And
Then right behind it is another line that has quick, athletic players on it. So no matter what, you're gonna get a break from one line. Then now you're gonna get another taste of another line that's a little more heavy.
that
Okay.
Vinny line will tear down a line in a heartbeat. They
Oh,
will
yeah.
wear you down. They will wear you down. And me personally, I would love to see that same line as a power play line.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the shooters. You got the speed. When you're on the penalty kill, me personally, I would put my big guys out to stop the penalty. Stop their power play, right? You can't. You can't. I watched them dangle and, just do these moves with the puck over the weekend, the past 2 weekends, that this line is just, if you could build another line that quick, you would have the ultimate team that would wear and tear down any team in the FPHL.
They technically can, if you think about it. You got Blake Anderson, Bobby Price, who else? Vinny DeCumbus, right?
And you got R2 Hickala.
Okay. So you got them three
And that kid is just, he's a different breed. Okay, he's a different breed. But you put them together at a certain point in the game and go, all right, go wear them down.
Yeah.
Once you break them down, you give them a break and you let the other line kind of beat and batter the other line.
Massage the pain and
give them the quick break that they need, and when they're ready, jump them again and put them out there. Now they're wearing down because they're not Dylan Marty style. I mean, he's a little guy. He's the size of R2 Hickala, Austin Federley. I think we talked about how tall he was. But the kid is a full force wrecking ball. You put him on. Now, Dylan Marty's a forward, right?
Yeah, that's what you said.
I said, I think.
I don't know.
If he's a forward, I would teach him forward defense.
Yeah.
Now you have another guy that's not only battering the other team's players, but he's also fast. He's also quick. He's also I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while playing, but he does have puck skill. But that Vinny DeCumbus line has the skill. I mean, that's something you see in an all-star game. I mean, it's just
yeah. Go back to what I was saying. Okay, we already mentioned the 3 guys. Your second line, right behind that, you can put R2 Hickala, Dylan Marty, Lucas Lockney as your other line.
Now you come in and Reggie comes back. Another guy. phenomenal with the puck.
Did you I don't know. Then you could create a third line, make that third line more of a hybrid. Meaning is you're going to get the speed, but you're also going to get the brutality behind it.
Me personally, I would start, my veterans, obviously my older veterans on the first line, okay, because they have the years behind them, right? Then you throw that Vinny DeCumbus line on the second line. Then you throw your big guys like Dylan. I can't even say. Well, he's big. He's not big, but he's a wrecking machine. Then you take your physical guys and you put them on a third line. Then, okay, we're down 1-0. All right, let's switch it up. Let's put some physical guys with the second line. Put some second line guys with the veterans. Now you're mixing things up.
Yeah.
You're playing the Black Bears. Black Bears go, wait a minute, we didn't watch this on film. Where'd this come from?
Yeah.
And I think that's what Monroe has done. Monroe has done that, and that's why Monroe is at where they're at today. And again, we're not downing anybody, but it's time to mix things up. You're halfway through the season. Now it's time to mix things up. Time to put the gas all the way to the floor and just keep plowing through people.
And hit the nitrous button while you're at it.
Look at Indiana. They went from just little guys that just want to play hockey, and then their coach is like, wait a minute here. We can put this together, and he started building. But who did he build around? We don't know. Who does Port Huron build around? We don't know. Who does Monroe build around? We don't know. Me personally, if I was a coach, I'm building off my goalie. Then I'm building my defense off my goalie. Who fits good that can help that goalie? All right, Now, who can physically keep up? What defenseman can keep up with my fast lines?
Yeah. And eventually here you're in the second period, you're on the bench, exhausted because these guys just outskated you for 40 minutes.
Yep.
Eventually here they're going to need to bring oxygen in.
I think there's some ways that teams can start shaking up the league and going into the new year. Okay, now we know what it takes to beat this team, or we know what we have to do. We used these guys this past weekend and it worked out great. And this is for any team. And I say Monroe like I live in Monroe and I don't. But Monroe is shaking things up with their players. They are changing. They're exchanging guys from line to line. They're making them learn all three lines.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep the guys on just one line. Okay, you learn the second line. You learn the first line. Now it's time to take your second and third line and go, okay, let's put speed in the third line, but let's put our bigger guys on the third line too.
Yeah.
And again, bringing Reggie and Marty back, what does that do to Port Huron? What does that do to Port Huron? And as we're on the topic of, obviously it puts the icing on the cake. But you got two forwards coming back, right? Okay, that puts the icing on your forwards. Again, your defense is just phenomenal the past 4 games.
Yeah.
What? Just you gotta keep that. You gotta keep what works.
Yeah. Why if it works, why fix it? Why change it? I mean, you could probably make it.
Bailey looked more comfortable in the net today. And I think, and again, I go back to the defense. The defense, he was comfortable with the defense that was in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
You got Luke James out there who's a nitty-gritty guy, and the guy will he may only stand 4 foot. Sorry, Luke. Not really, but he's another nitty-gritty guy that he will back up on the goaltender if he has to. And
I don't know. Things I think going, because it's now January, I think things are going to start getting.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm yawning.
you're
I
gonna
think
get something
things
to
are
eat.
going to. I think things are going to get more solidified on who's going to be on what line, who's going to be out there, who's going to skate, who's going to do this, who's going to do that. I mean, yeah, we haven't made any trade noise. We haven't really traded anybody. Does that mean this is what we are going to have when we play for the cup? If we play for the cup, I said if. There is a possibility that we don't have. I hate to play devil's advocate here, but
I again going back to it, the players that Port Huron have now, okay, and going into the new year and finishing out the season, because it seems like it's going to be, we have a lot of games left, right? But we don't.
no.
Is this the roster that played the past 4 games? Is that what you keep?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you keep and build with?
Yeah.
Like, do you build off things? You got a few people on injury, IR, okay, they're starting to make their comebacks. But where do you put them to keep the same thing that's rolling right now?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. This is going to be interesting, but we have a problem. I mean, I'm going to address it. It's not it's a problem. It's not the elephant in the room, but it's about to be the elephant in the room. Our power play.
Again, I went back. I said it earlier. Port Huron can have a phenomenal power play team. I don't know their power play lines.
No.
I don't sit there and write them down. I don't sit there and go, hey, Coach Paulie, what's your power play lines? Whatever. I'm not texting them saying, hey, what's your power play lines? Me personally, like I said, you need the speed on the power play, but you also need the shooters too, which I think Paulin has done. He puts the shooters on there. And like I said, at the home game, they were 4 for 6.
Yeah. But when you have a 5-on-3 power play and you fall short, I mean,
that's just good penalty killing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. But I've seen it with other teams too. I've seen it with Danbury themselves. They've been on a 5-on-3, and they're facing the Black Bears. I'm like, all right, you guys should be able to score this one, and they fall short.
Oh, I don't know why I'm gonna keep yawning. It's been a long 5 days, tell you that for a fact.
Woo! That's good goaltending.
Yeah.
And I don't know who this kid is that Danbury has.
Restart? I think it's Restart.
He just said restart.
But I mean, if you think about it, it kind of is a restart because you had who's that goalie? Frankie
McLennan?
Yeah, the guy that got put on waivers.
Who still, to this day, is not on a team.
Yeah. So technically, it is a restart. But I think his name is Sebastian Resar. I'm sorry, man. I slaughtered your name. I'm not good with names. Please don't take offense. I do want to say that if you sitting in Connecticut and you come across this, please don't get mad at me. Huber, like I said, you said Huber. That was Huber's game. Defense. We played a damn good game. Really did.
Port Huron and Danbury, it was not the same rival that it used to be.
No.
And I don't know what happened there.
No.
So, with that being said, where do you go from here?
Where do you go from here? I think where you go from here is you clean up what needs to be cleaned up. If there's anything to clean up, I'm pretty sure there's some tacky little things they could probably clean up. Clean up the little things.
But you got to think how much this Wednesday game, and I'm only going with Port Huron in Indiana because they're the only team. I think they're not the only team because the Moccasins play on New Year's Eve too.
Yeah.
But when you have that short-lived bus ride home, does Coach Pauly say, "Hey guys, we're home by midnight. Here we go. Go get some sleep. See you in the morning."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a 7:30 puck drop on New Year's
Right,
Eve.
but do you leave early morning New Year's Eve? Think about it.
Yeah.
Do you
No,
leave
no.
early? Do you leave early New Year's Eve and go, "Hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to practice in the morning and then leave"? Or do you have a lengthy practice the night before?
They're gonna get back and they're gonna leave tonight, right? Yeah, they're probably already on the road.
Yeah.
Let's assume.
It's a 10-hour bus ride from Danbury to my house.
Yeah.
So they're looking
So
about
you're looking
9
at
hours.
12 hours.
So they'll be home. No, not 12.
Well, I say 12 with all the stops and
I don't think they'll stop.
No?
I don't think they'll stop. I think there's a bathroom on that bus.
Well, the game got over at 3 o'clock, hour. I say they're going to go right on through. They're probably going to have a little.
I say they get home about midnight.
Tomorrow?
Midnight tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta quit.
I know. I'm going to say they get home about 3:30 in the morning.
Whoa.
Well, you got to remember, it snowed there.
Yeah, but it's a bus.
True. I think they're going to have a slight little. I think they're going to have a practice tomorrow. Nothing too major, just a quick little skate, quick little. I don't know what they call it. Then Tuesday, they probably have skate in the morning. They get on the bus. I don't know. I can't make.
I don't see them staying the night.
No. I don't see them staying the night either.
I don't see them staying the night. So, we all told you guys that we were going to go over our stuff. And I'm texting a few people to see their availability probably after dinner time. I mean, some people are eating dinner now, but I will not be eating dinner till like 7. What time do you eat dinner? Let the fans know. What time do you eat dinner?
About half an hour from now. About 6, 5:30, 6 o'clock.
So, I wish we were live so we could ask the fans, do you guys want to see a second episode? Because the second episode could be very interesting for what I got to go off of.
Yeah.
The first episode, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, is kind of our recap, what we think, how the weekend went. The second one is kind of more joking, fun-filled, friends for a little bit, and then we say goodnight, but we don't think we're going to have another podcast until next Sunday. So,
yeah.
But Richard's the man. He starts these lives up, so usually he just waits for me and says, "Hey, I'm done eating. You ready to go?" Yep. Let me get upstairs and get in my pajamas or his whitey tighties or whatever.
Now, Justin, yeah, you can't say that.
I had to say it.
But I mean, if we don't have a guest on tonight, I mean, we could plan middle of the week.
I'm busy all week.
Oh yeah, well, you got all week off. You said.
I know, but the wife's off, and yeah.
Well, we figure it out.
What do you mean, let you figure? Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. He says, "Let me figure it out."
I said,
I guarantee you, I text him after dinner time. He'd be like, "Yeah, let's do another one." And what people don't know about Richard and I is we do this to have fun. But we know it's getting close to time where my dogs are going to bark. He's starting to yawn. Justin Schmidt is on the 10-minute misconduct.
Justin, you got to hop on here and chit-chat with us.
I'm sending him a picture right now, and I'm going to be like, "Hey.
You got to give us some love."
Where is he at?
And tell him 10-minute misconduct. I might have to hop on with these guys.
Yeah, good luck.
But 10-minute misconduct, to give you guys some context of what 10-minute conduct is, it's another podcast out there that talks with everyone across the Fed and out of the Fed. They get pro people on there, and it's a big podcast. They're very popular. We're just Joe Schmo and enjoying hockey.
Hey, he looked. Justin Schmidt. Oh, he's typing back. I said, "You should join ours." What's he say? We could do that sometime for sure. Should I ask him if he's available around 7?
Sure.
I said, my buddy said, "Are you available around 7 for an hour?" If we could get Justin Schmidt, everyone.
Now, Justin Schmidt, he
might be relaxing. I mean, but if he says, "Yeah, for sure," I told him about an hour, which we did with Gino Mini. Thank you, Gino, again, for passing along our lives and Matt Graham seeing it, Alex Johnson seeing it, his parents seeing it. So, and people don't realize that Gino Mini is still actively one of my favorite defensemen. Sorry, Alex, I love you, but sorry, Justin Schmidt, love you too. But at the same time, I have quite a few questions I would love to ask Justin Schmidt.
Oh boy.
And if he says I can't do it tonight, I did let Andy know we're going to do a second one because this has already been an hour. Look how fast these go. Look how fast these go.
Oh, did you? I don't know if you saw it, but there's a Michigan Shadow guy. I don't know his name.
Who is it?
Let me see it. I'm finding it now. His name is Jimmy Ryers. Sorry, Jimmy, I slaughtered your last name. But he got called up to the Sentinels.
Yes, I did see that. I would love to get Gino back on and ask him about that.
Yeah.
I'd say, well, he went to the Fed, are you?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have Justin Schmidt on here, and
for everybody that knows, we don't, as you could tell, we haven't had a lot of Port Huron Prowlers. And that isn't because we don't want them on. It's because we like to reach out of the Port Huron area. I do personally. It's just it's a more respectful thing to hear stories from other players that have not ever played for Port Huron. Gino obviously did, but Justin Schmidt is a world-class act guy, nicest guy you ever meet, big teddy bear on the ice, and he loves to fight, but he likes to take his time to share his story, what he's done. And he really likes to, when he fights, I don't know if people know this, but when he fights, I think he does it to teach the younger generation how to fight. The guy, he's a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody wants to see what type of fighter he is, you can go back to the Gino Mini episode. And he's just an all-around class act guy, very respected in the league by everybody. Heart of gold. Big heart of gold. So, I mean, to have Justin Schmidt just on a show, if you look on my Facebook page, you will see my wife, myself, and Justin Schmidt in a picture together. It's because he's respected.
Yep.
The guy does lives on his Facebook just to talk. His story is just tremendous. It's if we were to get him on tonight, we would definitely sit back and pop some popcorn and listen to one of the greatest FPHL player stories behind Gino Mini's so far. But his story, he's been all over. He's played in Quebec, I think it was. He's from Canada. So, I mean, to have, again, we would love for you Port Huron guys to come on and answer text messages. But if not, we get it. You want to be replaced by another player from another team for a night. Hey, that's your loss. That's our game.
But I get it. You guys now have to ride a bus back over to Port Huron for the next 12 hours. Whatever convenient is for you Port Huron players to hop on, we 100% accept that.
Another big story I would like to get is Reggie Millette. That's another big story I would like to get. And his time around the league, around different leagues. What do you got?
This shirt here. Shirt right here. Reggie's store that Reggie works at designed this shirt for me. It's called Riz in Birchwood Mall in the Port Huron. You go there.
Give it up for Riz. Hey!
I had the opportunities to talk with Reggie while we were picking up them shirts for a good half an hour.
Oh, Reggie was there.
Reggie was there.
Did Reggie make them?
I think he had to press him.
Okay.
Technically, yeah. I mean, of course, I think Reggie did it. I don't know. Well, Reggie is a well-rounded individual. Reggie is respected, and I know his story. I get it, but come on, people. And Reggie, if you ever have the opportunity and you ever want to hop on this little thing that Justin and I do, spotlight's yours, man. I want to hear it. I really do. I'm gonna have to get my tissues because it's a kind of emotional story, in my opinion. Man, I'm only assuming.
Shake the guy's hand, people.
Yeah.
I watched Andy Klein sent me the little like 7-minute video of Reggie Millette.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go into details on it or anything like that. If I sent you the link, you can watch it. But yeah, Reggie has done a lot, and the guy likes to give back. That's all I'm going to say.
But yeah, Justin Smith, if you're not busy, the spotlight's yours, my friend. And I do believe, according to my schedule over here, we do see you guys in March.
Yeah, Justin.
So,
and when Port Huron's off for the week, after next week, in 2 weeks, Port Huron has no games.
Yep.
They have a bye week.
We can do a back-to-back, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Why not? But Justin Schmidt, I would, if you hop on here, I would kindly like to shake your hand, my kind sir. I really do. And I also have a question for your coach, for Mr. Robbie Nichols. Gino Mini told me about Robbie Nichols. I applaud that gentleman. But I want to know, Robbie Nichols, when you hear this,
where do you get the Hey Dudes?
Where did you get your orange Hey Dudes? Hour and 12 minutes. That's what this, you can skip ahead. Hour and 12 minutes. You can answer that question. I just want to know.
I would love to know too.
Right? Man, the only thing I would change, no knock, is a little bit of black. Just a little bit. No comment, Justin?
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this live. We will be back at Richard, give it time.
Whenever.
We'll be back when I text him tonight. When I text him tonight and say, hey, I'm ready. We are going to discuss a few topics. And it does not have to do, it does have to do with the FPHO. But it'll be entertaining, class act. And we're going to be asking each other some questions on our time around the Fed League, funniest moments, and, well, you know, the not so funniest moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful evening. We will be back at a different after dinner, a continuation of this video.
But it has to, ladies and gentlemen, before you go, this has questions for Richard. Richard has questions for me. And we hope to God Andy will be on. Section 9, we're calling you out. I'm going to bug you.
If, big if Andy Klein's not available, I think if Justin Schmidt is available, I think Justin should hop on.
Justin Schmidt, or can we get Will Wiggleman on?
Oh, but Will Wiggleman's on the bus.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna pop out some questions or some guys. That'll give guys time to settle in, have their dinner, and yeah.
You know what, Justin? Let's throw a Hail Mary.
Throw it. Am I gonna catch
throwing it? I know poor Huron came off a big win in Danbury. Throw a bus video up. Send this out to a guy that's on the bus. I just whoever's available on that bus ride, come and chit chat.
There you go. I will send the video. Well, the video won't be uploaded, but that gives us time for us to upload this video, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So once this video is uploaded, everybody can watch it. And Richard, I will see you after dinner, my kind sir.
Yep,
and that way my dogs are not barking at you. And we hope to God we can get somebody on. I will definitely I will shoot out my messages here because it is only 5:44.
Yeah.
So, but you know, he's got food waiting for him. My wife's going to be calling soon. The dogs are going to be barking. The kids are going to be running up and down the stairs. And we always do a late night act where we're not on one topic. We're all over the place. So,
well, folks, I'm going to end this. See you guys in a few.